Hey everybody, welcome to The Voice. We're talking battle rounds. I'm David Komer.
I'm Carol Brown.
I'm Andrea Blum.
And this is second week of battle rounds now. And so far, so good. It's been interesting with the steel. We all pretty much like that.
Love it.
Just going right into Monday, Team Blake ended up with the 21-year-old mariachi singer Julio Castillo going against the sassy 42-year-old lounge singer Teresa Griffin. And they were singing Gloria Estefan's Conga. And by the way, Blake, weird song choice. I'm so not surprised.
Yeah.
What did you guys make of this one? I concur.
I like her spirit. But for a while there, I felt like she was going to eat that boy alive. He was scared.
Yeah, he definitely was.
There's a lot of words in the,
It was a weird song
in
choice
the refrain,
for sure.
Yeah. So Julio takes it. Blake chooses Julio, and then CeeLo pulls a steal on Teresa. Really? What was your take on that?
I liked her.
Okay.
So
I could
Do you
see
think she
that.
should have won legit?
I could see that from him.
Over
But,
him?
I liked Julio better. I thought she kind of oversold it and oversang it a little bit. But I wasn't surprised that CeeLo stole her at all because that's right in his wheelhouse, and she's really sassy and just kind of has his vibe. So
I did pick Julio, but I liked her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. Well, moving forward, Christina's team was up next, and you had the 22-year-old former Yale football player Des Duran. Also, you can remember him from last year when he kind of never got chosen in the blind auditions. Going against the 16-year-old from Sugar Land, Texas, Paulina. And they were singing Bruno Mars's Just the Way You Are. And Des ended up taking this. Christina picked him. What'd you all think?
You really want to know what I think? I wrote down next to Paulina's name, nails on a chalkboard. That's how awful it was to me, her performance. Ugh.
Andrea?
I missed this one somehow. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Des, and I thought he did well. I think he tends to be more nasal sometimes in his singing. But overall, though, I agree. I was not as crazy about Paulina and the negative as you. Although I thought Des clearly won that one. Moving forward, Adam had an interesting matchup. You had the 24-year-old former race car driver, Benji, going against the 26-year-old bar manager, Sam James. And they were singing kind of an odd choice, almost a Blake-esque choice, if you will, of Bon Jovi's You Give Love a Bad Name, shot through the heart. And what'd you think about Sam taking this one over Benji? Personally, I thought Sam nailed it from the beginning for someone who's stylistically so different.
Yeah.
But I was really disappointed Benji wasn't stolen by someone.
I actually even picked Benji first. They were both really good, but this was definitely one where they both deserved to stay. So I was, not happy that nobody picked up Benji.
Yeah, they were kind of evenly matched, and I liked Benji. I remember him from the auditions, and so I was prepared for him to do better. And I think he should have been stolen. I think there were a couple steals this week that surprised me that I thought, really, you're going to steal these guys and then you're going to let some other ones go.
Also, when I look at Teresa being stolen by CeeLo, I mean, why not Benji? If Teresa, who I think is a lesser singer, gets taken, and Benji, at times, it's funny, his growl almost sounded like CeeLo, and so when on some of the notes he hits. But I thought, especially it was so stylistically different from Sam, and I'd like to see him try to push himself instead of just being kind of the cool soul guy who's got the interesting tone to his voice. But I thought though Benji should have done a little more with it, just in terms of it was so in his wheelhouse. I thought he was just going to kill it in a good way. But anyway, so Sam ends up being the pick. Benji goes away. We're sorry about that. CeeLo's team had the next one, and you had the 31-year-old family man, Nicholas David of Minnesota, kind of a James Taylor meets Jesus meets John Henson look, going against the 30-year-old music teacher, Todd Kessler, in, I think, for my money, the best duo we have seen on the show ever. And they were singing She's Gone by Hall & Oates. And Nicholas David's awesome, and I love him. Todd Kessler was great, should have been stolen. That's my take. What do you think?
That's exactly where I was. Another one where nobody should have gone home.
And I thought really, because going in, I thought Nicholas David was really the heavy favorite because he's so amazing and he's got such a weird tone to his voice where you'd almost think it was like a 70-year-old African-American, like soul guy.
Exactly.
And he's this young, unkempt, but lovable, scruffy, middle America dude from Minnesota. Now, Todd Kessler, I thought would totally be out. It wouldn't even be close.
Right.
I thought he really raised his level and kicked it up a notch, and was nearly his equal. So,
yeah, he pulled it off. He really did a lot better than I thought he would, and I thought he should have been stolen for sure.
Yeah.
Because Nicholas I don't know, he's one of those. For me, this was my second favorite duet of the show after the amazing, Tevin and Amanda from last week.
Right.
But yeah, Nicholas you just don't expect that to come out of his mouth. It's amazing. He's a really old soul. He just sounds like he's a singer from back in the 50s and 60s, and he's got this tone that you just don't ever hear. It just kind of makes you stop in your tracks.
Can he win this?
That I don't know.
I don't know either, but I like that people are keeping people that might not fit the commercial package.
He needs to be in the finals, and that's
definitely
without a doubt. And I right now he's my current favorite, and I think he needs to be in the finals. But let's see what happens if someone throws him a Bon Jovi song. And I think that's part and parcel of the show. Get pushed out of your comfort zone, where this was like butter on a roll, baby. And let's just see what happens when he has to sing Conga, for instance. But what's going to happen? And I think that's really going to be the interesting. I mean, if we're going to see if he really has the stuff to win it, it's going to be how he shines on something that's kind of out of his comfort zone.
Yep.
So moving on, Team Blake, you had the 23-year-old indie artist Lilia Broussard going against the 32-year-old music teacher Suzanne Caulfield. I'm butchering the name. They sang Florence and the Machine's "Dog Days Are Over." Susanna takes it, and what was your take?
I thought that was right on. I thought Susanna really did take it, and Lelia, I was not a huge fan of hers. I think she was the one that kind of had that affected sort of whispery tone, if I'm remembering it right. And there's just so much of that going around these days, and I'm thinking it's kind of affected. It's not really your true singing voice, but yeah, Susanna nailed it for me. I didn't think there was a question with that one.
She was my pick in that battle for sure.
I really want to see how far she can go. She's it's funny, she kind of resembles Juliet Sims from last season.
I thought that too.
But yet she was rocking the Earth Mother look, which was great. The flowing gown, and she has the Stevie Nicks quality to her voice. Mm-hmm. Obviously singing, Landslide for the blind auditions, and again, this is one of the candidates I'm really interested to see going forward. She could be the most talented person on Blake's team, I think, possibly hands down. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there, but I really dig her. Now going on, Team Christina, we had an interesting matchup between the 17-year-old cute as a button Jocelyn Rivera, who looks like you grabbed her off a Disney Channel show. Oh. She should be in the Disney machine. She's going to be a babe. She's got a great look. She's very polished and very accomplished, I think, as a singer. Going against the 19-year-old pop powerhouse, Sylvia Yacoub, I believe hails from Michigan, with some Egyptian descent. And they were singing Beyonce, and Sylvia takes it from Christina. And we had a bit of a steal, right? Yeah. And Adam ends up beating out Blake for the steal on Jocelyn. And what was your take? I've got my own opinion, but
yeah.
Let's see what you think.
I would have went with Jocelyn myself. To me, she's like a mini Jennifer Lopez, but who can actually sing.
And darling.
And she doesn't dress like a prostitute, although I'm not against that. But the thing is, though, with this, I thought Jocelyn won this hands down. I thought Christina has a soft spot for power voice. But hey, didn't she learn, at least from season 1, when that was her entire team, and she went nowhere with them, that it's just not the recipe all the time. And I thought Sylvia was pushing too hard. And I thought it was a terrible duo, FYI. I thought the performance sucked. As far as like hearing them both, I mean, they were fighting each other too much, where it wasn't meshing. It was just kind of like
too many vocal
like ping pong.
gymnastics.
Yeah,
Sure.
but Jocelyn, I think, seriously, Disney, call her. She's got a future. All right, well then we moved on to Tuesday, and going through the battle rounds, we start off with Team Blake, and you've got the 25-year-old Nashville vet Liz Davis going against the 18-year-old country newcomer Nicole Johnson. They were singing Miranda Lambert's Baggage Claim. Your thoughts?
I thought it was a really good duet also, ranked up there with mine. I did pick Liz, and as the coach did, but I was sad that Nicole did not get picked up.
Andrea?
Yeah, I don't call that one, so
Okay.
skip me on that.
Well, what was weird about it was Liz takes it. I think it was really a dead heat. I didn't feel one way or another about the performance, but it was just so close. But I think Blake kind of felt for Liz a little more because at one point he said if we're 25 and the music industry, the clock's ticking. So I think he kind of felt like he had to go more with Liz. But she was laid back, like you said, in the performance, which I was a little disappointed about because it's all about growling and I won't hear me roar because Miranda's thing is she's got the tough edge. But I've never seen first voice exclusive, first time ever, a coach walking down the runway behind the crying loser, for lack of a better term, and he's consoling her. That was hard. That was heart-rending, right?
Yeah.
That really made you feel for her. So I mean, it was kind of a cool moment for Blake too. But anyways, moving on to Team Adam, you had a battle going on with the song "Wide Awake" between the 17-year-old Alessandro Guercio. I'm killing her name. She's from the famed school in New York, LaGuardia High School, going against a 17-year-old Californian, the father with liver disease, Kayla Navarez. And what do you guys think? Kayla takes it according to Adam. Did you agree with that?
I thought Kayla should have taken it. Yeah, although neither of these two bowled me over, they were both just kind of mediocre for me. But yeah, Kayla had an interesting tone to her voice, and she kind of did some things with some of the notes that was kind of unexpected. But she did go a little flat in some parts, I think, that Adam warned her about during the rehearsal. But yeah, she just, to me, there was no contest in this one, and the other girl, she got stolen.
There was a steal.
That was one of the steals where I was like,
Christina.
why? Yeah,
Christina.
didn't get that at all.
You didn't like Christina stealing Kayla?
No,
I mean, stealing Alessandro?
Good enough, no.
Okay.
I didn't either.
Okay. See, I liked Alessandra. I thought she did. I thought it was pretty even. I liked her a little better, maybe, but I don't know. See, and especially I thought they were really even. And the thing that disappointed me about that was worst excuse ever. Alessandra, I don't think you didn't quite believe in yourself enough. What is that? Are you kidding me? That was fine. I thought that she did well. It could have gone either way, whatever.
Yeah, it's just made up because they want to say
There's no way to get around it.
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, they're both 17. Maybe he was afraid he'd hurt her, but seriously, I thought she was great. Did fine. Next up, CeeLo's team. And this is the beginning of a gripe. If you're putting these songs on iTunes, NBC, this is why you're last place among networks, okay? Do not gloss over battle round matchups when you're putting these songs on iTunes to be bought, because who's going to buy them? Let alone who's going to be voting for someone should they squeak through a couple rounds, because you didn't show the entire performance. So we see Alex Clare's song that's being used in the Internet Explorer ads currently on TV, battle between Ben Taub and Michael, M-Y-C-L-E, Washington. Anyways, his parents died when he was a little kid, raised by his grandparents.
He was one of the forerunners for me from the very start. I'm surprised they glossed over him.
We didn't even get to see the performance, and then Michael takes it, according to CeeLo. But again, this is the first of 3 that they skip.
Yeah.
Carol?
Not happy about that, and they spent so much time on rehearsals with other people.
Too much, yeah.
Very disappointing.
And I need a third time to talk to you and confess my concerns. Okay, whatever. So then again, here we go, another skip over, Team Adam. You had Michelle Brooks Thompson from Massachusetts going against the 15-year-old Adana Duru from California, who we never got to see anyways in the blind auditions. Then they go and they sing Beyonce's Crazy Ride. Michelle Brooks Thompson takes it. Again, it's just kind of a
rip off.
Yeah.
Okay, according to them, she was better. We saw 2 seconds.
Yeah. And from a couple of these snippets, they sounded like good battle rounds. You know, they sounded like they were really intense ones that we probably would have liked to see.
Stupid. Next one, third time we get skipped, and this time we get robbed of comedic value, okay? Beat Frequency, okay? The quirky husband-wife duo from Washington that were completely bizarre and were questionably picked up, we'll just say, to begin with, going against the Latina pop singer Laura Vives, and Laura Takes It, according to Christina. We don't get to see it. We get robbed of comedy. Guys, come on. Beat Frequency, the over-the-top, in your face, Beat Frequency.
Great.
I know. So, again, we end up, last matchup of the night, we actually get to see this one, thanks NBC. CeeLo with Emily Earle going against Mackenzie Board. Emily, now, if you recall, is the 23-year-old from Colorado, and you've got the Mackenzie, who had the heart ailment, 19-year-old from Louisiana who nearly died just a year ago. They end up singing Good Time, and Mackenzie ends up taking it, according to CeeLo. Blake uses the steal. Actually, no, there was no steal. Never mind. I read it wrong. But Mackenzie goes, and what were your thoughts?
This one to me, pretty weak, both of them. I don't know if it was the song, because that song isn't really one that you can shine on. You can't really show your range and what you can do. So I guess I would have given it to Mackenzie with maybe just a little slight edge, but I wasn't excited about either one.
Yeah, it wasn't an exciting duet. I gave the little edge to Emily. Mackenzie probably wanted his guitar.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Mackenzie won that one. I thought, again, like I thought it was a good duo. I didn't know why it was so criticized. It was like, what are you going to do with that song? Number one. Number two, I thought Mackenzie sounded fine, and I thought they sounded fine together. I thought Emily did well. So no real complaints there. Mackenzie moves on as he probably should. Now, going forward now into next week, we've got one steal left for Blake and Christina, and you've got no more steals left for the other two judges. Do you think the steal's going to factor in here? Is it almost better to leave your steal for later? What happens? I mean, I guess you could maybe not even use it, but...
I think they'll use them. Yeah, I think maybe they're just holding out to see who else is coming down the road. But yeah, I think it could definitely factor in.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So anyways, we've got more battle rounds next week, and then followed by what they're calling the knockout rounds. So until then, I guess we'll see you guys later.